Mario.
Yeah.
Oh, that kid has the iPhone 15. I don't. How can I get that iPhone 15?
Yeah,
that's the mindset.
That's the mindset.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. Stop putting character in things that are not gonna last forever. Like stop putting personality in an iPhone. Stop putting personality in things that are not gonna be there forever, bro. Like stop putting personality in those things.
Like people determining their value based on I have this amount of followers, I have this iPhone. Me, I determine someone's value based on things I can't take away from them. Your integrity, your ambition, your respect, things like that.
That's fine.
Things like failure, things like this and that. It's like, bro, humans created these words, like the word ugly as well. Humans created these things. Humans created this ideology and this analogy of like, that when you're not here, you're here. Nah? A human no greater than you created that word, created that whole concept. A human no greater than you had a brain like you and thought of that. So why does that like hold you back?
I am willing to live through every day to find out about myself. I work, it's a quote that I literally made up in my head. I said this to myself, okay? I will work hard every day because I know who I'm becoming.
Boyz Aloud, take 7.
Yo, we back. Boyz Aloud, back with another video. As you can see, we have like new faces today. And yeah, before we go into the video, like don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you're new here. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and we have other videos as well, so just go check those out.
Don't be afraid to tune in.
Yeah, don't be afraid to tune in.
Bangers every second Thursday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not all about us today. Yo, tongue twister. You guys do the honors.
Yeah, you guys.
Yo, it's good. It's talks. Here we have talks about deep thoughts where you can also talk down in the comments below. I'm here with Boyz Aloud. Yeah, man, let's cook, you know. Yeah.
Yo, what's up? It's Pablito. Tap in.
Yes, sir. Tap in. Yes, sir. Tap into him.
He's actually a YouTuber there as well, bro. So you guys must go check out talks on YouTube. He almost does the same thing, bro. Like, he almost do the same thing.
Almost.
Yeah, he just does it solo though. Like, he be
exactly.
But I have to fight with this guy up here.
That's the only person I talk with.
Yeah, that's the only person I talk with. Yeah.
But isn't it more scary thinking that now when you do it alone, that your chances of failure are higher, but not even.
And the thing with failure, man, with me, I love to fail.
Yeah.
The reason why is because if I'm failing, that means that I know that there's something that's missing. Now I can find that something.
Yeah.
It's like with books. If I fail at my exam, I got this question wrong. Okay, now I can be corrected. I know where my flaws are, where the knowledge gap is.
Failure is a beautiful thing if you have toxic mindset. If you don't, then you're gonna look at it as a thing of you're just bad or trash at the thing you're doing, and then you quit at everything. In terms of like, for example, let's make it Boyz Aloud. If someone was to tell me your chances of failing Boyz Aloud are really high, I can have the mindset like toxic and be like, okay, let me try and improve. But someone else can be like, damn, what's the point of even trying if I know I'm gonna fail?
I think it goes down to like what you like. I think everybody should have that mindset if they are passionate about what they do.
Yeah.
You understand? Like if you cannot be like, I wanna be this person or I wanna accomplish my passion, but having this mindset of like, if you fail, you just leave. I think you have to like failing if you want to go for what you want. Everybody should have that.
Yeah, and I heard like a nice little quote. They said, "Winners are not afraid of failure."
Yeah.
You see,
winners
they're not afraid to fail.
And I think it's because they don't have the fear. The fear aspect.
I think it's fear. Fear
plays more into failure, because if you think about it, you wouldn't have fear if someone told you all your dreams you have will come true. But the fact that
you know what, I also think I just also
scary.
have this, like, I always had this thought, like, I think the only reason why you feel like you fail is because like failing, or like when you're at a place and you're told that you failed, it's just an idea that humans have made up, that if you haven't done this, but you failed.
So school.
And if you don't look at it like that, you actually have it. Like, you know, they say failure is closer to success than you actually thought. Like, you actually think. Like, failure is just like another place that humans create, and like, but if you're not here, then you're here, and here you fail. Like, if you're here, you failed. And if you don't look at it like that, then like, boy, you good. You feel me? It's not that.
But the thing is, like, most of the time you allow someone at high authority or someone above you to tell you like you failed. You know what I'm saying?
Which you see.
Which at the same time, it's like, how can I explain it? You put into a position where you have to respect someone that's let's talk about school. At school, you put in a position where you have to respect someone's opinion, basically your teachers, right? So it's easy to allow your teacher to tell you failed and you're bad at this and you're gonna lose because they're higher than you and you
But
didn't
personally,
accept it.
I think
in context matters.
Yeah.
In the word we're gonna use, like how we're gonna use the word fail in this conversation, because then in school, where like you're gonna like fail or pass, like you can only fail or pass at school. Like
it's just
it's like that.
That's it.
Yeah.
I have
thing
a
is
question
with-
actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So like we're speaking about failure and failing, right? But like for someone that's watching, how would you guys explain like the term fail or whatever? Because like when I look at it,
Yeah.
I generally would cut down the word failure into fail, and then use that as like, and then create that word to become an abbreviation of failing is basically like your first attempt at learning. We generalize failing and mean different things, or like we make it focus on one thing. Because for instance, I feel like people have this thing of failing only like exists in school, whereas you could fail in different things. Hence I went back to the thing of saying like it's first attempt at learning. Because for instance, like I do sound, right? And the first thing I was taught was to roll a cable, right? And I literally failed like the first time. And it's so easy to actually roll a cable once you get it. But I failed. And then I didn't look at that as like, yo, I'm taking my L. I actually took it as like a lesson learned, and I didn't fail. I was just attempting something, and essentially like I failed.
And like now
I
you
learned
got
from
it now.
Yeah, so that was a lesson.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
The thing is with failure, now. So the proper definition for failure is the lack of reaching an expectation. So, but now the question is, who sets that expectation?
Yeah.
For me, in anything that I do, I'm the one that sets the expectation. I have the standard that I set for myself. Teachers cannot judge me whenever I fail because I've already judged myself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now
You're telling me something that I already know.
and it sounds like nothing. It sounds like I'm Dion. It sounds like I'm Dion glazing, right? But it's right. If you have this character, right, and you happen to fail a lot at something, for example, right, then of course you're gonna look at it the way he does. But my question is to you, Broski. Now, what is worse, in your opinion, now, failing as your character, like you saying you failed yourself, you let yourself down, or being a failure to your parents?
Letting myself down.
Letting yourself
Yeah,
down.
letting yourself down.
My parents could say, okay, I see this. Okay, this guy, you must do this. There was one time, I have this vivid memory. My mother, she saw my report. I was like very lazy at the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
She saw my report. She's like, oh, this is not you. There's no distinctions. I was like, at that time, I don't know. I felt angry. Not really angry at myself. Sure, there was that anger in myself, but it's like, why do I have to always follow that expectation?
Yeah.
You know, but then at some point I realized that these expectations, they are good in some way because then they pave the way for you to see your potential. And you need to see that potential really fast, because if you don't see it, you're going to be chasing something that you don't know the reason why you're chasing it.
Yeah,
You see.
that makes sense. Yeah.
You see, so yeah, for me, it's honestly just I literally compare myself to myself yesterday. I was like, you didn't do the things today. Your last 24 hours were not it, way. You see.
Yeah.
Nah, that's why. Nah.
Like
And I edged, bro, crazy because I agree with everything you're saying. Because like that's why it goes back, bro. Like failing is just an idea created, bro, to make you feel like you're at a certain place in your life, bro. It's not really like it's not a real thing, you know. Because bro, you are where you are because of like the journey that you're taking. You understand? And we're all destined for something, and everyone believes that their destination is beautiful. So like
Not
the place.
everyone, but yeah.
Well, you should believe, you should believe that your destination is beautiful, bro. And like the ups and downs are gonna come. So why be told that you failed and then like I failed, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Like in episode 13, we spoke about when we were walking from Burger King and then we met the homeless person and we gave him money, right? And we spoke about if you're being homeless and being at the point where you have nothing in life and you don't know what tomorrow holds for you, it's basically the point of being failure. Do you agree with that point? Because I think I'm not trying to be
like you see what
because if you're homeless and you're like unfortunately struggling, you're not a failure. But we live in the world, unfortunately, where you need money to live, right? And now if you don't have the money to live, you're kind of neglected from society, and no one's gonna really be there to give you a helping hand.
Yeah.
That's why people kind of view them as failures, even though they're not really that. But you can be a homeless person. You gotta cook.
Yeah, I'm thinking of something.
If
So,
you can, yeah.
I hear what you're saying with like when you don't have like money, it's like you failed. When homeless people don't have money, but then it's like, okay, why is money now point of like a source of social currency? Exactly. Because now it's like social currency.
Yeah.
Now if the amount of money I have determines my value.
And it determines if I failed or not.
Exactly.
Like for me, like I want you
and
ask us.
And like before you go there, like that's what goes back to say, you see, failure is an idea that humans have created. Because like you are already saying we are putting money there. Money is created by humans, and humans feel like they need money for this and that. It's just an idea created of a place of failure.
Yeah.
But like because you don't have money doesn't mean you failed.
But the thing is, like, failure is more about you than anyone else.
Right.
You shouldn't even be thinking of the society. Like you asked, like, do we agree? Answer that question. If you were in that guy's situation, would you
do you think you failed? Yeah, do you think you failed?
Like from where you are right now, like who you are right now, where you are, where you stay with your parents, you have all of that,
and then
all of a sudden you're there. You are where that guy is.
But do you not think like do you not think that the scenario you gave would be like more of a choice thing? Because like
the thing
that homeless guy put himself there technically. It was a choice thing.
Right.
Listen,
if you look at
listen.
it, like,
If you put it in this perspective, right, is that at the end of the day, we don't know anyone. We spoke about in episode 13 that you don't know me.
Yeah, you don't know me.
Yeah, you don't know me. Even if you see me,
you don't know me.
You don't know me.
Exactly.
You know, and I'm asking you is that like, now, if you want to ask us whether we agree, it's all about you, bro.
Yeah.
My answer doesn't matter to yours, bro.
Exactly.
It's just me. If I'm like where I am right now and I want to be in his situation, to me, I'll be like, okay, it's kind of like a failure because why am I here now?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But like for him, if he just got R1 the previous day and he managed to get 10 rand, that's like a big step. That's like a big step. So that's like this failure around this whole societal thing and this idea, bro.
And also the idea of bringing money in it and all these other things. Like, all these things that don't even last forever, honestly. You can't determine where I'm at in life in terms of failure and success by like those little things.
And in terms of that like hopeless situation, say Omolemo got put in that situation.
Yeah.
Now it's like, in my perspective, how I would think about it is, okay, I'm here. Now what?
Yeah.
Instead of blaming everything, like, okay, this person, you're not gonna give me money. You're a bad person. This, that, and the third.
Yeah.
The world is cruel.
That's one thing you need to understand.
Me, I'm gonna be honest. If I was in that position, even though I'd be like, nah, I'm a Christian, I'd be like, why, God, why am I here? If I'm being honest, and it happens a lot when you find yourself in a situation where you don't want to be like, why, God, why am I here? So to answer your question, bro, I kind of disagree with you because, dude, we live in a world where you need money. You need money to eat. You need money to live.
But that doesn't mean failed.
It doesn't mean you failed. That's true. It doesn't mean you failed. You still can be alright. But then that means to others, even though, yes, to others, not to yourself, you're deemed as a failure.
Yeah.
I think it's better that we use money as a tool for living instead of as our personality, as our characteristics. Because it's the same reason why a lot of these rappers and all of these guys that grow before they build that relationship with themselves, that blow up, they get attached to that lifestyle with having money and all that stuff. And God rest his soul, even Ricky Rick, the main point is he committed suicide because
it was around that
it was around that whole thing. And at that time he wasn't getting any gigs. Gigs were low, no one was going out, so it's like he didn't have that outlet.
Yeah,
you
true.
see,
That
it was
and it's kind of like influenced by society. And the thing is, just look at yourself.
Exactly.
You know, so like they say, comparison is the thief of joy. So just look at yourself, you know, and like your goals are your goals. You set your own goals. If you said you're gonna gym the next morning and you didn't gym, bro.
Okay, but if I'm being honest now,
achieving your goals.
I agree with y'all now, but I say let's just be real. Because now we're saying it like we're perfect at it and we're not, which is we're promoting something which is false. Yeah. I'm saying this on the podcast, but tomorrow I'm gonna fail at the exact same thing I'm saying. I'm gonna look at the kid that has an iPhone 15 and be like, damn, I'm still stuck on XR. You know what I'm trying to say? Because
true.
even though I shouldn't be looking at stuff like that because I should be grateful, it's small things like that that makes us think that we don't have it or we're failures. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Let's just be real.
Yo,
But
nah,
it's
no,
how
no,
you
no,
see
no,
it,
no,
like
no,
what-
no,
what
no.
Nikhil
Yeah,
said.
it's honestly how you say it, bro.
It's how you see it. Like what
Yeah.
Nikhil said, that shouldn't beat you up. Like first attempt in learning, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like let that build.
Yeah.
And even,
Nah,
and
nah.
even, okay,
But you see
and
the-
even
yeah.
on your scenario,
Yeah.
oh, that kid has the iPhone 15, I don't. How can I get that iPhone 15?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
think
that's
about
the
it.
Yeah,
mindset.
then what?
That's the
Then
mindset
what?
you need.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. Stop putting character in things that are not gonna last forever. Like stop
Yeah,
stop
it's
stop
true.
stop stop
Like
stop
money
putting
and
personality
iPhones
in an
and stuff like that,
iPhone.
yeah.
Stop putting
Yeah.
personality in things that are not gonna be there forever,
Exactly.
bro.
Yeah.
Stop
Yeah,
putting
and things
personality
like-
in those things.
Like people putting, like determining their value based on, I have this amount of
iPhone,
followers,
yeah.
I have this
Followers, all
iPhone.
of
Me,
that.
I determine someone's value based on things I can't take away from them.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
integrity,
Your
your
love,
ambition,
bar.
respect.
your
Yeah.
respect,
bar.
things like that.
Bar,
bro.
bar,
that's facts.
bro.
Things like that. bro.
Yeah.
But I understand when you say being real because now you look at in the business sense, right? That's
Yeah.
now a whole different perspective.
Yeah.
In the sense that you just want to work with people who are successful.
Yeah.
You understand? Because if you're in that position where you are low, you really don't want people who have been failing.
Exactly.
You understand?
Ooh,
You're
that's facts.
looking for, that's where you now be like, okay, kind of in a way society comes in there, in a business perspective, where like, okay, sharp, you'll be like, okay, let me handle this business deal. But like this person has like a Nokia for something. It's like, okay, like do I see the
Nokia.
money here? Like no, like I'm just saying for an
It's a
example,
Nokia.
bro.
Nah,
because
yeah.
we need to be like
Yeah.
more like that. That the world
that's
is not
fair. Life- yeah, life
the
is not
world.
fair.
The world is not fair.
Life
bro.
is really
you will be
not
like,
fair.
okay,
Yeah.
someone's driving a Urus, and you be like, okay, yeah, we wanna make a deal.
Think of
That type of a deal. You
Yeah.
understand?
It's at
Yeah,
the,
it is.
it's at the same time where someone with the worst personality, a disgusting human being, sorry to say, has a disgusting human being or personality whatsoever has a beautiful car BMW, and you're like, how does he have that when he treats other people like that? But we live in this thing called life. Life is not fair.
Life is life, bro. Like,
That's what I'm saying. When
it's
it
the
comes to a
world,
business aspect, then employees giving other employees a chance, they're not gonna give someone that's gonna take their business down.
Yeah, I'll ask you, like, so it goes down to getting a job.
Yeah.
So at school, you're just passing.
Yeah.
How can I trust you in my organization? I'm
Exactly.
sorry, man.
Like, that's
Like,
facts.
you know,
I was
that's
thinking
how
No,
about
I hear
it.
that. But also, it's like, in an interview sense, I could show you the things, like the reasons why you need me in your business.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, that's how you go into that interview. But now, I get the thing of you looking at their marks and it's like, okay, this person, it just doesn't look like they're gonna do well. But then it's also a thing of what if they were just holding back? Now
I have
what?
a question,
But the
actually.
thing, yeah.
Sorry. Why does school determine one's success or failure?
The thing is that,
Because
like, yeah.
what throughout the conversation, that's what I've just been hearing. There's like
School.
what is this school and
Yeah.
school determines your failure or success.
I'm not saying that, nah.
Yeah.
But like, that's how it is majority of the time.
Yeah.
That's how society perceived it.
Yeah.
Majority of the time, I'm not saying like I can believe something else, like elsewhere.
Yeah.
Understand? But like, it's that thing where like, if you wanna look for a job, you need to get a degree. It's
Yeah.
like some companies non-negotiable. Like, hey, yo, you
And
don't
like,
have this.
family,
Sorry,
family pushes
You're not
it
even
in
sitting
because
down
when you
for
meet
it.
with your grandparents and your family members, they don't really, okay, it sounds weird to say, nah.
Yeah.
First thing they talk about is your reports, your school.
Yeah,
let's
always
say
like
that. Then your cousin pulls up with the distinctions and you've forgotten about. It's always like that,
Yeah,
bro.
it's always like-
That's why school is always like the agenda that's pushed out, and it's sad because it determines whether you're a person who can get success or you're a failure in jail.
But it doesn't.
It's also the same
Exactly.
thing.
It doesn't.
It
It
doesn't mean that because it goes down to, hey, bro,
And
it's you. It's only you.
It's you, and
It's just you.
And I'm not, and I may not be the type of kid to like get 5 distinctions on my report, but I'm the type of kid who can be the best on the basketball court.
Yeah, who can be the best on the
Look
basketball
at me like
But now,
that.
Look,
it's
yeah.
also
Like-
a thing of, it's a topic that I spoke about in one of my videos. Called,
Yeah.
It's being dragged or driven.
Yeah.
I saw the question somewhere, I forgot where. But in the sense that the people that are doing like very well in school and all that, now you actually sit down and actually think, why are you doing so well in school? You know,
Yeah.
is it to get the validation from your parents? Is it to compete with your sibling? Why are you doing so well? And now, what that can turn into then, when you're in university, when life actually starts, now it's late.
Yeah,
Because now you actually have to think about your values. Why do you want to do this?
Yeah.
You see, instead of just trying to find that validation from everyone, from like exactly.
People will value themselves based on the university they go to and be like,
or like even the high schools, like nowadays you go to a certain high school, you like like they listen to you when you go to that school, but like,
but like what you said, you know, it's like, but like you choose whether like, because I mean, at the end of the day, if you wanna be a doctor, you need those marks,
right?
Exactly, and it all boils down to you.
Exactly,
like it's just you.
It's just you.
You know, I cannot say be a doctor with me. Nah,
yeah,
bro, like you know, it's that thing,
you
know, so it all boils down to you, and it's like, okay, school will be your main factor to get this. Okay, for me, I don't need school. I can just do this and this and this just to get what I want. You understand? So, that type of.
Reason why I'm so quite unlocked in this because I'm also like blown away because I'm learning. At the same time, I'm trying to think about my personal experiences. But I think, bro, it's crazy how we're not even 30 minutes or 40 minutes in, but we kind of summarize it well already.
Yeah,
that's just my point. I mean, I'm done. I'm just saying.
Nah, I was just thinking, bro, and you know, I like this whole failure thing. For me, it used to annoy me, because it's like, bro, I didn't fail, dog. And the thing is, you know, it's funny how like, you fail, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, but like it's weird because like you, it's also a character thing. Like you said, it's you, and like you tell yourself, like, man, I didn't fail. I know I didn't fail, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where that drag will be. Like, like that's where that kind of comes in. Like you find that gap that you can hit. You feel me? And it's like, okay, this is what and this is where, and whether like I've hit this gap, and like whether I'm gonna fail or whatever, like now I'm here, you feel me? It's like it's a character thing for me. True. And that's why I always come to say, boy, and I always say this, I say this to my mom, I say this to everyone. Like things like failure, things like this and that, it's like, bro, humans created these words, like the word ugly as well. Humans created these things. Humans created this ideology and this analogy of like, that when you're not sure you're here. Nah? A human no greater than you created that word, created that whole concept. A human no greater than you had a brain like you and thought of that. So why does that like hold you back? You know what I'm saying?
It's that drag that
it's that thing. No human greater than you did it. Like you're bigger than all of that, bro. These are just words to put you in a certain place. You feel me? You watching this thing, you're bigger than all of that. You feel me?
Like the person, my question is, the person who fails, for example, who fails a grade twice and everyone looks at him like a reject. No.
Feeling a grade twice. I'm feeling a grade twice.
Those things happen.
Nah,
those
things happen.
But the thing is,
the reason why I'm mentioning it, my fault. The reason why I'm mentioning it, right? Because, like, bro, I remember when I used to go to brick and mortar, and there was someone in my class who failed twice. Even though it's wrong, automatically in my head, I'm like, this guy's a failure, which is wrong to say, right? But because he failed so many times at something, I just concluded that he's a failure, right?
So, but do you not think, like, in that sense, he was just failing in school, and maybe like if he left,
but like
if he left to try something else, he would have been successful.
But then it's also a thing of some people. I have this one guy in my class. He's like, he gets like the lowest marks in the class. Like he gets very low marks, but he tries. That's the thing. He tries. That's the main thing. And the thing with people failing 2 years in a row, now you have to actually look at this person. Are you actually here because you don't have a choice? You're actually trying to learn? Or are you here by choice? If you're here by choice, then I guess you need to reevaluate yourself.
If it's by choice.
If it's by choice. But I think, okay, in terms of school is not a choice. Coming with our parents, we're forced to do it. But I get what you're trying to say.
I think school is good also.
But I mean, it's a choice after grade 10, I guess.
It is actually,
After grade 9.
No, after grade 9.
Yeah, after grade 9.
But with some parents, they will be like, if you're living in my house.
I think most parents
will
be
living in my house, you finishing all of that. Because it's funny to think about every time we talk about failure or school, it just reminds me of how when I used to be in grade 8 and 9, I'll get my reports and then my dad will be like, okay, you need to improve here and all of that, but it's good. Then my mom will be like, you kind of dropped last term. And I was seeking validation, from the parents saying yes. And I didn't get it from myself.
I also look at parents sometimes.
Yeah.
You guys, you guys know that we don't really know better.
Yeah.
And now what you're going to do is you're going to use the fact that we chase that validation. And you're going to say, you failed. No.
Yeah.
This, that, and that. Now we instinctually push ourselves. It's like a lot of the things that our parents teach us. Even the thing of like having freedom. I know as teenagers, we all just want freedom. I just want to be a teenager too. It's that thing. But at the same time, I'm able to see why they're doing this kind of stuff. Why they're saying no, you can't go today, you can't do. Oh, guys, parents they've lived life, like they've seen things that they don't want us to see. And I appreciate the fact that they want to stop us from that, but sometimes you also need to let your child fail so that they can grow. You see,
because another thing is with what you are saying, you want to give reason to your children as well. Because your parents say don't feel like that, and then you have no reason. Then your child's like, why, daddy? Because my dad said it. So it's that type of a thing.
And also, I think it's also with school, boy. I love school.
I don't like school.
You see, I'll say this for a reason. No. Hear me out. No. The reason why I love school is because of the things that it gives me, not because of what's happening now or this environment, this, that, and the third. I look at the long term of everything that I do.
Yeah.
With school, I'm able to learn critical thinking. With school, I learn how to learn. That's a very important skill for anyone to have. With school, if you go to a big school, you learn how to socialize with people. You know, you can build your social skills at school. Huh?
Big school is high school.
He means like a big school.
Big.
Packed schools.
Bro,
wow. That classroom is like.
Things like that, and you know, finding yourself in that space, which is also a very big problem. There's a lot of
there's other things on top of that.
There's other things on top of that. It's honestly that's why we have our parents. That's why we have our parents, because then they actually tell you, okay, look there actually, and now stop looking there at your friends and all this stuff. Look there. Now look at the good that this is gonna bring you, and then look at what that's gonna bring you also. Exactly.
That makes sense.
Me personally, I don't like school, but I like to learn. If that makes sense, because I've kind of found a way to differentiate the fact that I'm at school and the fact that I'm learning. Because you can go to school and not learn, if I'm being honest. And honestly, school is just a building with a bunch of different rooms that have a door. That is school, but that's not learning. You can learn anywhere. You feel me?
You can learn
You can learn anywhere. So I enjoy to learn. Necessarily going to school every day, waking up, kawama, like 5:30. Hey, oh dad.
It's like just the stress of school as well.
Yeah, the stress of, and I think for me, the stress of the environment. Is
but like the one thing that we're missing is that like all these things, waking up at 5, it's not gonna end. Because the same way you want a job, school, we forget that school kind of like prepares us for that.
And it gets worse anyway.
They prepare you for that. It's like, hey, submit your homework. That's what they want when you want to work for an organization. Where's your the deadline passed? All right, fine, go. That's when you fail. Then you fight.
Right.
And those are things like discipline come in. You know, like
that's the thing in school, bro. Like, exactly. There's a lot of things. Like you go to another job or you want to learn something, and then you realize, okay, I did this in school. I wish I focused more. Now it's the thing. I wish I focused more.
Yeah. Sometimes you get to tertiary as well. Like
exactly.
I should have not played in class.
Exactly.
I should have listened. I remember this topic properly, but I was like, exactly. I'm not gonna deal with this thing anytime in my life. I don't see myself dealing with this in the future. Can't be right here.
Dog, it's always the topics you don't like.
Well, yeah, and you know that thing that like these successful people say, like this guy I watch on YouTube. His name is Kwan. I don't know if you guys know him.
Yeah, I know him.
He says he doesn't believe in schooling, like the whole education system. But like he's American, but he said globally he just doesn't believe in the whole concept of like learning anything from a teacher that's not like a millionaire or billionaire. But like that's why he wants to be. He says, yo, bro, why should I sit in a class and learn from someone who's not making millions, but they're teaching me on how to potentially like make them, but they're not even like that.
That's where the thing of like
me. I think it's egotistical.
It is.
I kind of disagree in a way because, hey, bro, millionaires don't have time, bro.
Exactly.
I don't have time, bro. And the thing like teachers have that principle, and you know, and that principle they have. It's their time to give it to you. Millionaires, bro, they'll just say, okay, just sit in my car, bro, and you'll learn what you see. There's like, it's that type of a thing.
No, that's the point I was going to come to.
Millionaires won't be like, yo, open a book. I do this in the morning. I eat cornflakes. After cornflakes, I jump. Then I look at the macro. They don't like, they just be like, okay, if you want to see what I do, be with me the whole day. See what I do. If you didn't learn anything, that's on you. I'm not going to, like, some better, they'll be like, okay, this is my business, what, you know. But like, they're not that's not their purpose.
Yeah.
Of like, let me teach kids how. Some of them they'll give you lies, bro. In a sense that, yo, he wants to get what I want to get. So if I provide him my knowledge, he's gonna beat me. So let me just give him limited information or maybe false information so that people have their own motives. It's the world at the end of the day.
Exactly, that's what I was about to say. It's world,
like, the reason why I get what you're saying with like the millionaires who just sit there and say, learn.
Yeah.
That's because action is the best way to learn. The reason why in school,
that
like,
makes sense. That makes sense.
with like exams and all that, you think you're just gonna read this textbook and then you're gonna pass. Do some past papers. I'm telling you. Then it'll start clicking. It's the same with everything in life. Bro.
Yeah, it's all about
like
action,
with businesses and all that. Like a lot of these millionaires, billionaires, they have failed businesses. You see, that's the point. They did, and what they got from their failure is they learned. They learned mistakes.
It's like I failed, then what? It's that then what? Like I failed, then what? Okay, my business not working, then what?
Right.
You know better.
That,
You know better. People
Right.
be like, oh, I failed in this so many times, but you know how much I know. Like how much I know in comparison to someone who just gets it right the first time.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And it's unfair. It's unfair for you to judge a teacher or anyone like that in terms of that's why, because you see money's like this thing that everyone's trying to like get like this dog. I don't know, it's like you put money there and it's like you glorify it. You're already putting personality in it, like which is already a wrong, like there you already messed up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like once you already have that thing like, oh, money this, money that, money this, money that, and after that now you get people like Quan, like I miss you, Quan, if you ever watch this, but it's like you get people like that. He's successful. I'm not gonna lie, he's successful, very. But to get people like that, now you're already putting someone else at as a failure, like you fail, and then you can't teach me this. It's like nah.
He will say it when he's successful.
And the crazy thing is, he probably doesn't know, but he probably learnt a lot, like subconsciously from those teachers.
Subconsciously.
The thing is, in that situation, bro, people never show you their failures.
That's
why people tend to
That's
think
why.
That's social media. That is social. That's the idea of social media as a whole. People on social media will show you what they want you to see.
What they want you to see.
Not what happens. Yeah, like we won't show here the cars that are going around, all the all the mic tails you see. We show you what we want you to see. You see.
What do you guys think about the concept of failing forward?
Failing forward.
Yeah. What does that mean to you? When they say
for me that just sounds like someone saying failing is closer to success than you'd actually.
For me it means okay.
Failing
let me try this walking thing. Okay, I fell forwards. Now I've gotten there. I fell, but I'm there. You see, so now I can get up.
Knowing or not knowing, but you're there.
Exactly.
So now we come to this thing where, okay, it's good in a way. So failure is not necessarily a thing of, hey, bro, you didn't make it in life. You know, like failure to a certain extent can contribute a lot of good. Depending on what you use it for. The only thing that differentiates that is when you give up.
And I also think the hardest part about failure is not knowing how close you are to success. If you knew how close you were,
you wouldn't stop. That's even something I posted on my story once on IG. It's like if you knew how close success was from failure, you wouldn't stop trying.
Exactly.
Like you wouldn't stop.
Do you all
And the
think?
thing is,
My bad. Carry on, bro.
Yeah, like with there's also like the thing of having confidence to fail. I fail confidently.
Nicely,
I fail confidently. I sit there and I tell my teachers, okay, I failed. Where did I go wrong? You see, I go up on the board to answer a question or solve an equation, something like that, just so that I can fail, so that I can get corrected, because now I know. You see, and that's confidence as a whole. Now, I think the thing with confidence is, it's you knowing that you do not know.
It's the unknown, bro.
Exactly. You know that you don't know. So now that you know that you don't know, you know what you need to know. You see?
Yeah, you have to find that type of thing.
You see?
You have to. It goes down to this thing, and I know Willie doesn't like it, bro. But I'm going there.
What?
Going to a me. I know it doesn't like it, man. It's that thing, bro.
I
know you don't like that whole thing, but like most gens have that thing where like, hey, bro, as long as I vibe, even if I failed, is that confidence?
I vibe, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, but it's not that I don't like it. It's just I don't like how we always make it like we put them as like it's like
I see what you mean.
Girl that, girl this, girl that, girl this.
Yeah, because like we've stopped looking at them as humans. They they bleed the same blood. They breathe the same air. Like when you genuinely sit down and talk to a female. Yeah. As a person.
First of all, Kaito's weak.
It's actually like you see the keyword that he said as a person.
As a person.
Yes.
Exactly.
Like as a person. As a person.
But you're actually cool. You're not what you're showing. You're busy doing these angle poses on your IG.
Yeah.
Now everyone's thirsting on your comments. This is not you. And I see that now.
That's also another topic on its own.
I do agree.
That one is also another
it's a crazy topic.
But I personally feel like if that's the case, then character's weak.
True.
Character's weak, but you don't know. You don't know, but character's weak.
Yeah, it goes back. You don't know me, it's what you see.
It's what you see.
You don't know me, it's what you see.
But the thing is, everything, like from the way you formulate your sentences, from the way you move your finger up and down, from the way you look at people, it, in a sense, shows you who you are. It shows people who you are. You can see if someone's faking confidence if you see a person with real confidence right next to them.
I think confidence
it'll be
is
exposed.
perception.
Confidence is a perception. Why?
Okay.
It is a perception.
I think you fake it until you make it. But at the same time, you fake it so well that other people in the same room as you think you're confident. Because if sometimes people judge confidence.
I have a question.
What's that?
What is confidence to you?
What is confidence to me? It's to me, to Omolema, confidence is the ability of doing something while making myself happy. If I'm confident, I can't use the definition to explain the definition.
You can't use the word to explain
If I'm able to do something and to others it may looks like I did it wrong, and even though I tried and I made myself happy, that's my type of confidence. You get me? But that's not everyone's confidence.
I think to put it into like a little bit more simple terms, I think confidence it's basically mixed with courage and stuff. I think being able to do something without knowing the results. However, there's different kinds of confidence. There's also that confidence of knowing what's going to happen. You've seen this before, so now you can confidently solve the situation. But the confidence that truly matters is the failing. Is when you don't know what's gonna happen.
That's why I personally prefer. That's why my definition was bad. Now that I think about it, my definition is bad because as a person, I prefer to put majority of my confidence in God. But I can't really talk about this because not everyone has the same mindset. Because people be like, how do you put your confidence on? You can't see.
No. And whoever says that, bro, no offense, bro. Don't ever but you should say it, dog. If people think how can they if you don't they don't understand that, you feel me? And if that's where the fire starts in you, then bro, you say it, bro. You feel me?
They have nothing to say if they don't understand.
Exactly. And I get that whole thing of people say you find your confidence in God because you have faith. And that's where it actually starts with faith. You feel me? You see faith.
Because now I'm not scared of failing because
you know you have faith.
Exactly.
Also
the fear is gone.
Exactly.
So now it's all about doing it because the fear is
There's also that thing that Walila is talking about when people just put you down. Whenever you try to build your confidence, there's always people that want to put you down. But you know what's crazy about these people? How is it that the people that are successful are willing to actually say, keep going, dog, you're doing good. But the people that are not there, that see that this guy's potential is crazy, they'll compare themselves to you and put you down to put themselves up.
That's bro, you and I, we live in the same hood, bro. You're telling me my music is
dog, bro, why are you here?
We're in the same area. Why are you
here? How successful are you in changing your parents' mindset? And with regards to everything your parents think is failing?
I just think that you can't necessarily change your parents' perspective on failure or success because sometimes parents are really stubborn. And I say that out of respect. Parents become so stubborn to a point where you can't tell them
and they don't want to hear
they're right and wrong. You get what I mean? Parents have this thing of so my mom, for instance, askisi mom, but my mom has this thing of every time I try to do something to help her, she's gonna say, "Oh, so you think you know better than me?" And that's the problem with a lot of parents. That's what I'm saying. You can't necessarily change their perspective on failure or success. Unless you actually have a conversation with them and say, okay, yo, here's how I view this. And I think parents have this thing of like, if in order to change that perspective of them, you need to actually prove them wrong.
Yeah. So you must show them. You must show them it's possible.
Exactly.
Maybe that's how I also go.
And one thing they'll do, they'll be like, okay, go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And people will be like, then they'll be like, okay, sure.
Like sometimes I'm gonna say this, people might take it differently, but the only people that I can't wait to prove the most wrong is my parents.
Yeah.
In every single thing, I swear to God.
Same.
Those are the only people I can't wait to prove the most wrong. Like them. Because
it's interesting that you said that. Because now it's like back to the dragged and driven part. Remember that?
It
go back.
It could be
no,
both.
it's to prove.
It could be
both. Yeah.
Because essentially, if you're proving them wrong, you're doing it for yourself. But then they're proud that you were able to actually
do it. Yeah.
Because then it's funny that like,
but then it depends how they were then like judging you. Because then were they judging you to? Were they judging you to say, "Well, I know better, relax," or were they judging you to push you? Like, there's a difference.
It's funny how celebrities' parents are like, "Wow, I didn't think he was gonna make it," because their first perception was like, "He's gonna
make it."
That makes sense.
With like parents' like mindsets and stuff, I don't really try to check. The only person that I really have like a challenge with like trying to, get into their head is my mother. I'm like, that woman is hard-headed, eh? That woman, eh? But with my dad is probably like my pillar in terms of like the thoughts that I have, the things that I want to chase, my ambitions and all of that. Because I sit down and talk to him, and he tries to teach me and tell me from his perspective. And then however, the main point is he allows my perspective in. He allows me to speak, to understand, so he can understand where I am or what I'm trying to do. But with my mother, it's whenever she just, okay, it's fine. When she just says, I tell her, okay, I'm excited. Even when I told her about, I'm going to the podcast, Mumsy, you see, I'm making it, Mumsy, I'm telling you. Stop going there, you see, we're going out. I don't know. She gave me like a nice little calm reaction. She's like, okay.
And sometimes people think that like we just hear like we playing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some people just playing.
I feel like parents have a lot of room for disappointment.
That's what I was saying.
It's one of those things as well for them. I
They
think,
really expect you to like fail, bro.
And that sort of also puts pressure on like us as their kids. It's like, yo.
But is it expecting you to fail, or is it wanting the best for you? I mean.
No, but then the question is, now my question
is it them expecting you to fail? Like, do you legit think your parents want you to fail, or your parents just want the best for you?
But now the question is, what is the best for me?
Exactly.
For me, it's like, okay, I get that. Keyword is me, exactly. I get that you want the best for me, but I know that there's certain things that you're doing for me that will help me in the future whenever I do find myself. However, some things it's like, okay, is this really best for me? The best for me? Because either way, you have to look at me as a person and my character and where I am in order to see what's best for this person. You can't fit a Lego piece with another toy. You can't just exactly.
I think so. I think there's a point where like, if they have never gone through this, they'll be like, hey, I don't understand what you are doing. It's not making sense. No.
I think
that's where the problem
it's a thing of, I think my parents do know me. However, they do not know me the way that I know me.
Exactly. And the thing is,
but then again, you need to realize that like your parents always know you better than you know yourself.
I mean, yes, I
disagree.
Wait. That's a good point. I get that.
The problem with that is, us as kids have this thing of our parents don't really know us. Back to what he's saying of everybody knows themselves to an extent where they think they know themselves. But then again, your parents are looking at you from a different perspective.
That makes sense though, because better than that makes sense. Our loved ones can see.
But then the thing is, like, I want to say this, ne?
Yeah.
Doug, listen, bro.
Nah.
I know for a fact, I don't know myself even the way I think I do.
Yeah.
That's
So
exactly
there's
why
no
your
way,
parents know you better than yourself.
there's no way my parents know me better than I know myself because I barely even know myself that much.
But that's your fault.
No, listen.
Like, there's
You
no
don't know
way.
yourself.
Like,
None of
like-
us sitting here.
No, like, you don't know yourself 100%.
And knowing yourself,
I'm not
not
disagreeing.
No,
Yeah,
disagree.
neither do I disagree with the fact that they know me better.
No,
To a
I
certain
know for a
extent.
fact my parents
To a
don't know me
certain
better.
extent.
To a certain extent.
They will not know me
No.
better.
Nah.
They know,
Let me
they
tell
may
you-
know what's best for me, yes and this and
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
They may know what's best for me, yes and this
You know
and
why
that.
you guys are saying all of
etc.,
this?
I think
But-
I think they do it because they maybe it's a pattern that they've seen in the past and they're like, okay, it'll be easier if you went down this path.
That's it, yeah.
It'll be a lot safer
It's like
if
a
you
point
went-
of reference for
Exactly,
them.
exactly.
It's a
It's
point
like,
of reference
okay,
for
it will
them,
be
yeah.
better
That's
if
what
you
it
went.
is.
That's why
It will be
that's
better
what
if
it
you went
is.
like this, like,
Yeah.
and then. But it's also a thing of me. I know that I do
Nah,
not
me,
know
me,
myself.
me,
man.
Yeah.
I know that I know that I
can't
don't
say
know
my
myself.
parents know me.
They're better than me.
Yeah,
No.
You can't
me
say
out.
that,
No,
bro.
wait.
no,
let
hear
me
me out,
out.
hear me out.
I hear you, but like, nah. There are naive.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I
agree.
know that I do not know myself. However, the difference is I am willing to live through every day to find out about myself. I work. It's a quote that I literally made up in my head. I said this to myself. Okay, I will work hard every day because I know who I'm becoming.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
I don't really know, but it'll reveal itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, even with failing, do you know that failing is the best way to expose yourself to yourself? That's how you learn about yourself
Yeah.
when you fail. Because now you challenge yourself under pressure. Now you see who you are under this pressure.
And sometimes
Now
when
you
you
can
fail,
learn
your
from it.
parents are not there.
And
I think parents,
also the
and
fact that
parents don't allow you to fail. They want to give you a point of reference to save you, to tell you no. But back then I was like this, and then now you're throwing now you're becoming my shield every time. You're trying to carve me into this personality and like into this. You're trying to it's like sometimes to your parents it's like you're a clay pot. And they're just molding you every time. They're trying to mold you.
They mold
They're
it.
trying to mold you. It's like me, I want to become my
the
own
way they
shape.
want the pot to be.
No,
shaped.
like they're trying to mold me every time.
Yeah,
I'm trying to become my
Yeah.
own thing. I'm trying to become my own person. I'm trying to always change. Yeah, me as this clip, I'm trying to go under the sun too hard in a bit. Now you're gonna bring me back. You're still on a movie.
The thing is,
relax.
okay, I think
another prince for some reason
like,
they
it
think that
just be
they
like
think
that,
when
though. I don't
when the
like.
clay pot is not going or form the way they want it, they ultimately think they failed as parents.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me because I've heard a lot
the
of
thing is-
and the thing is they said with a low tone like the way my child is I think I failed, and those things you're saying subconsciously is going into your brain. You're gonna say
I think.
Go
ahead.
Do you blame parents though for wanting to mold you as
No.
the analogy that you're using?
No, I would not. I do not blame my parents at all. In fact, I love the fact that they're doing this for me because this world is like a lot more dangerous now than it was 20 years ago.
yeah.
Like things are like hectic now compared to back then.
Yeah.
There's everything, bro. Like peer pressure is a lot crazier now because everyone's able to see like people's lives. It's even affected relationships in the sense that I will say the reason why the way social media has damaged relationships is we are now able to look into someone else's relationship and want those benefits.
Exactly.
Now what will happen
Yeah,
is
yeah.
you're going to change yourself to fit into to get those benefits. Now we have the title the nonchalant guy in the relationship. I'm the toxic guy. I have trust issues. I have this, that, and the third. It's
it's those,
why exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's like why do you? It's just comparison. We live in like a meritocracy.
Yeah.
We live in
And I just want to say this to like
I said that like in my head I'm like I'm trying to pronounce it and I'm like what?
Nah, and I just want to say this to like parents, but my parents, even like other people's parents, it's like, bro. But the I know you always. I'm not gonna blame you for trying to mold me, and I'm your clay pot, and I'm your offspring, and you're trying to make the best. You're doing the like you almost saying like some parents say, "Man, I live for my kids," and we're actually so grateful for them. We understand all of that.
Nice.
We understand, that you're always gonna take us back then to understand what's happening now, and to try put us in the position and like try make sense of the person that we are with your life in the past, whatever. But it's like first understand that I'm not you. And I might never be you.
Right.
Yeah, what you
I
want.
might
And the thing is-
I might never be you. So you need to understand that as well.
yeah.
like yes, I'm your child. Yes, I'm all this. Yes, I came from you. Yes, bro. But I might never be. You feel
And
me?
the thing is, like,
and you must be okay with it.
And be okay.
Yeah.
Be
Be
comfortable
okay.
with
Like,
that as
yeah.
well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Be comfortable with
But
that
it's
as
also
well.
a thing of
Like, that's all.
like you can't strengthen your muscle without exercising.
Yeah.
You can't grow.
Yes,
Like
bro.
I have to go out and feel myself. I have to.
Yeah,
It's a necessity. Like birds do not. Birds don't just and then the mother literally drops them, and then they figure it out themselves. You see.
So I mean, I don't blame parents from trying to mold us. It's just to a certain extent. And once that craft is done, you cannot say only soil can go into this thing. What if stationery can go in there? It's that type of a thing where like you molded me like this, but this is what I decided to do with what you taught me. God,
Just trust your
you
craft.
don't have to be like with what you have molded. You need to become this person.
Right.
Nah, I'm not saying don't.
I just think like
yeah.
I just feel like it would make a lot of sense if we let our parents mold us to an extent that they would deem perfect for us. You know what I mean? And then from there, it becomes a communication thing with your parents that, I get where you're trying to get me in life, but here's how I want to do things. You know what I mean? I feel like that way things can change, and then
But
it isn't that thing of like...
because
That's not going to happen in most households.
I get what you're saying. The only problem is some parents are just like,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that it's not going to happen in most households. Someone that's watching this right now is like, damn, I wish I had their parents, because I know with my parents there's nothing. They could even recommend this video to their parents, but their parents are going to be like, my household?
My house.
That's a parent. They are also an individual. It's their household. Hey, they built this. Like you don't have to say much there.
Yeah.
But like, it's that thing where like, okay, sure, mold me. But don't say you molding me for this.
Yeah, and
But now the thing is,
I just want to say, watch this with your parents, bro. Like, please. Like, watch this with your mom and your dad sitting next to you there, you know what I'm saying? Like, when they said the other time, this could be the first interaction you actually
Now, first see how they come back from work. If you see, she didn't have a good day.
If she's mad, hey, boy.
You just do. Just put it face all the time. Look at this video. Look at this.
Yeah,
video.
just say,
like, just have it there. Look at this.
And another thing is,
Look at
sometimes you could like want to be someone, or you could want something for yourself in life. That means you have to then break some parts of that mold that you got from your parents.
Like I said, like you can mold me to be what a pot, like a clay pot.
pot.
But that clay pot doesn't have to have plants in it. You understand? That can be something else in
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Like, it needs to be a communication thing.
Yeah, I think parents need to understand that if I want a Lamborghini, I need to do something in the family that no one has.
That
done.
no one has ever done.
To bring the Lamborghini home.
Because it also goes down to like kids when they get to varsity, they end up not knowing what to do, in a sense that they've been getting good marks in it just to
They've been dragged the whole life.
Like impressing their parents and all of that. Then come varsity, like, yo, what can I do?
Right,
With
exactly.
these marks, and you're like, yo, what can you do?
That's why they get overwhelmed.
Yeah,
by the
they get
freedom of
overwhelmed and all of that.
Yeah,
and then
that's
they
why,
go down like, yo.
Oh, that's facts.
If they go down to that,
Yeah,
I just
it's like-
myself. Like I didn't think of the stuff that I wanted to do because my parents had that thing that this is good for you and just do this. Like I trust. Sure, I see it's good for me, but then you're like, yo, I don't want this.
Yeah.
I just think
It will be too late now.
Too late.
It's gonna be too late. You'll be like, there are people out there who had good marks in high school. Come varsity is like,
yeah, like all the dogs,
it's crazy.
they went like all the dogs that went stray. Like when you're holding the dog,
Then they
so you
parents
let
get
go.
Yeah, when you let go of the dog,
It goes back to that thing of failing now. You have never failed before. Now you get to tertiary, now you're failing. And then you think like, what?
I think sometimes parents maybe just let your child go crazy now. Like let them and then let them get over that craze.
Yeah,
like let them get over that
that
phase. And that phase
down,
and like
yeah.
okay, like I guess the craziness escalates as we get older because you get more curious. But like just let it happen. And then like you'll find
I'd say to a certain extent.
Yeah. To an extent, obviously. Like some things.
If you're gonna allow it to happen, you need to have the discipline or the way to right.
That's where the molding comes in. They can mold us when it
Yeah.
comes to discipline.
Exactly.
Then when they mold us with discipline, bro, they can relax. Like you did the job.
Like let your child let them go crazy. Like it's okay.
If you put the morals there,
because
the
you know you're
discipline
crazy
there,
too, bro.
the respect there. Bro, you done. You done. You're not gonna write your child's exam. Like everything
Like,
else.
relax.
That's
But
where
that's
the
another
molding comes
thing,
in.
boy. And that's another thing with this whole like, oh, I don't like your marks, this, that, and that. My marks are not writing that exam.
They're not.
You know.
My marks are not writing that exam. What if I just crammed to pass this test so that my marks can look good on my report? Now what? Now the exam comes. I don't know anything anymore. It's gone.
You already know.
You see?
And the thing about early, I know I'm going back, but when we mentioned parents being there all the time, it's not true because every individual has childhood trauma that they don't talk about, that they as their own have to deal with it. Only way to deal with that is let go of your phone and take a walk and journal, bro. Or journaling on its own, bro. You'll have that trauma or something that has happened as a child, as an individual that your parents don't know. That's why I disagree with the take earlier on that your parents know. Your parents don't know you, unfortunately.
Parents.
There's
Parents don't
times
know
where like,
you.
yo, you went through something.
Parents
Yo,
don't know you.
you went to like some other party and then this happened. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
my parents thought about this. There's nothing
Exactly,
about it. There's
wait.
nothing.
Yeah.
But it's that thing where like, they know. If they talk about this, if they talk what their son did.
These
Like,
things,
there's
dog.
nothing.
Late.
There's
Child.
nothing.
There's things.
There's
There's
things, bro.
But also,
One of those things that that our parents will
What
never
are
know.
those things?
Like,
Nah, I'm
But
gonna
that's
say,
it.
Speak for yourself.
I'm gonna say,
nah, but I
with my parents,
I hear you.
I think I'm blessed. Shout out to God. Because with my parents, one thing I've learned this year, shout out to Boyz Aloud, is that I can talk to my parents and they won't look at me like a failure. Because the things that I made a mistake of, I thought they'll look at me like a failure. And when I spoke to them seeing me not as a failure, just made me realize that, yo, I can talk to them. And that's what I'm saying, shout out to God, because not every child has that parent.
Yeah, I know.
They have
Some
a
kids
friend.
don't even have parents.
Some kids are
That's
even
what I'm
still
saying.
successful.
Some kids don't
Like
have
they
that.
just made it in Forex. But still, like, hey,
Exactly.
man, hey, risking so much money, so that, and then like they still don't appreciate them for that. You understand? So, hey, bro, we don't have it the same. at the end
Oh,
of the day.
okay, wait, I don't know how we're doing the time, but you just remind me of someone. I was reading something and some mother was saying, my child has 2 million subscribers and I'm not happy with his career. He's 2 million subscribers on YouTube. And so the guy's like, what? Are you dumb? Your child has 2 million subscribers. They're earning 1.3 million
But
a
then
year.
but then
you're
also,
not happy.
the thing is,
That's crazy.
I could
bro.
look at a guy with a Lamborghini, but how did you get that Lamborghini?
Yeah, no, it also
What
comes
did you
down
do to get that
Yeah, it
Lamborghini? You
also
could have
goes-
just rented it.
Yeah, true.
That thing
Okay,
is
that's an
probably
example.
Yeah, man, to be honest, that's not your business, man.
Yeah,
Like that,
it's
like
like-
that one is not your business. Like Uppsala, like it's their motive, you understand? But like going back to what you were saying, it's like, okay, I'm not happy with there are times where like, hey yo, I don't like what you wanna do. Parents can be like, some people if they wanna go sell drugs, nah.
But I think that-
even
but I
even
think-
if that brings you bags, I don't do it in my house. Yeah.
I think they don't like, yeah.
The thing is,
That type of a thing.
It
Because
has,
it's the
it has its
values
place.
and the
It has its
morals
place
that are
because
in there.
it has its place because sometimes parents could not want you to pursue a certain career because it means that you're losing a certain part of yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see?
Or the security, knowing that your child could potentially be in danger. I think that's where the mom is coming from, because parents don't think YouTube is that secure, or selling drugs in your example. It's not secure because you can go to jail. So they wouldn't want that
It's
for their
like
child.
it's
if you
like
think
sometimes
about it.
parents are just like they fear for their kids. Like, you know, like my uncle once says, he only says this, like he only says, how does he say it? I wanna say it exactly how he says it. He says, who us as parents, he said we see what you can't see because they sit at the top of something, and we're just like the roots, right? Like they can see what we can't see. It's like, and like they see the stages that are yet to come. And it actually, he said, you know that Father's Day episode? Yes.
Episode 12.
Episode 12. You have to go watch it. So Uncle Sandy, he was like, us. Well, there was like a father's more perspective point of view, but I was just being his parents. But like they just have this, okay, you're here now. This is the stage that you're at. No, you're not a failure, but you might fail here and here and here. And I'm gonna try throw in. And he said like, I'll let you fail, you know, and I'll know that you're gonna fail, and I'll allow you to fail,
Right.
You know. And then it's like in that way, he allowed you to do everything. He allowed you to like mold and shape yourself to an extent, but he still did it though. Like
Exactly.
like you know, it's
that's the point that I was talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Like at least let me go bump my head so that I know to duck whenever I see this again.
Yeah,
You see?
yeah.
That's a good analogy.
No, it's like that thing. It's like he also said he was like, you know, I'll tell you don't sit on that chair because you're gonna fall. Now you're more careful. and then you don't
Right.
fall, and then you say, nah, I knew I wasn't gonna fall, but like you were more
Exactly,
careful.
you're more
It's
careful.
one of those things, you feel me?
But
Yeah.
then sometimes
like
it's
that,
like
that,
some things.
Some things just
I need
let
to
me
fall.
fall.
Yeah,
Let me
some
fall.
things
Yeah,
let me
some
fall.
things let me
And then,
fall.
yeah,
Some
I'll
of them-
know that I.
Some of them
yeah.
are just too
Yeah.
scared. You're like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, right.
then the reason doesn't match up. Like
It doesn't match up.
They don't have a good
Hey,
story.
yeah.
Like,
Like,
you know,
It's
yeah.
also- it's the thing of just
It's
looking
crazy.
at the long term, bro.
Yeah.
Just look at what this decision
But
is
at the
going
end
to
of the
bring
day,
forward.
like I
Yeah.
understand that we live for tomorrow, but we never get to tomorrow. So you also need to enjoy moments.
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
you have
You need
to
to
mo-
comprehend
Yeah,
exactly.
you
yeah.
cannot
now.
just be thinking tomorrow.
Right,
tomorrow.
right.
So there's never tomorrow.
It's crazy how this
Yeah.
episode is basically failure / parents.
But it's actually still failure. It's just one of those. It's just one of those guys started having their own. I don't know how we even got to parents.
Nah, I also don't know, but I'm happy with it
But like,
overall.
yeah. I mean, I just hope you guys watch this with your only
Yeah,
your
put it
time
in.
at that.
Put the phone. Take
'Cause
the
they-
phone and say, look at this video.
Yeah.
Even
Or
when
send
they-
it.
they-
Nah. Send it to them. Actually, stop. Send it to them now. We'll wait for it. Okay, I wait.
Alright.
Yeah, you must send it to you.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you guys.
Last
Yeah,
let's try and make it
last one.
15. Okay,
At
cool.
what point in your life do you think if you don't achieve what you wanna achieve, would you consider yourself a failure?
At what points of my life?
If I'm
Yeah,
not-
like I just wanna ask, like, if you guys set goals for yourself, and you
okay.
don't achieve that, would you consider yourself a failure?
No.
I love myself
Okay.
too much to entertain the thought of thinking that I'm not a failure. That I am a failure, I mean. Because now it's like,
Bar.
I know that it's the same thing with these guys that always they watch the YouTube video, these motivational videos. Now they're gonna go to gym. Then they miss one day of gym. They just all insecure again. Now they go back down to level 1. Now it's a thing of I decided to go to the gym because I want to have a nice body. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I didn't go to gym on this day. Am I gonna beat myself up for that? No.
Yeah, for
I'll
a
go
mistake.
the next day. It's okay. You see.
And
And it's the
But
same thing.
like,
It's the same thing.
Nah,
That's
honestly,
the thing.
But it's the same thing as like
Mate,
with
yeah.
it's the same thing with like guaps. Think about it. It's like okay,
Yeah.
I couldn't go approach her on my days.
Oh,
I couldn't go
guava,
approach her.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you did go approach her, okay, she rejected me. That's okay.
You win.
Yeah, it's okay, yeah.
This is like gonna sound egotistical, but hey, she didn't know who she's missing out on.
Yeah, for
That's
real.
okay. That's okay.
That's how it should
She
be.
doesn't know me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
she went off the perception of who
Yeah.
she thinks I am.
But I'm
She
not
doesn't know
gonna.
me.
I
And-
like and hate that quote at the same time because a lot of guys
Yeah.
hear that quote, but they need to actually fix themselves.
Yeah,
Exactly.
facts.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying.
like it's a reflection thing.
Sometimes
It's
just
like
take
a-
your L, actually.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
take it.
Don't
out.
don't try boost your ego. And
That's
for
the
instance, what you were
point,
saying,
yeah.
like,
No,
you say
it's like-
you took a L, and then you're like, she doesn't like
She
she doesn't
lost.
know what she missed out on. Bro, sometimes
Oh,
that's
no,
not
no,
the
no.
case.
Yeah, maybe
The thing
she
is-
actually
the thing
Just
is-
take your L, bro.
Yeah.
The thing is, with that kind of confidence, with that kind of ego,
Yeah.
it's only effective when the guy doesn't really show it. If it's just him in his voice,
In his voice,
because
okay.
it's the same thing as like I'm him, you're him, but what did you do to become him? What makes you him?
Yeah.
You're just sitting there calling yourself him, and now what?
Yeah,
What's
think
him?
about it.
Exactly, what's him?
I'm him.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
Because now
I get it.
I'm actually I don't even like show my like I don't have like an ego outside with people. I'm more of like I mean, just respect you as a person. I respect you. Like if a girl rejects me, I say okay, thank you for your time, and okay,
If
I'm
you did
gone.
it, yeah. of
yeah,
course.
exactly. Sometimes they even call me back.
Yeah.
Sometimes they call you back. But
Probably it'll be that fail. like,
Exactly.
just attempt-
Exactly.
True.
no, it's like
I think another
because she
episode-
could be wanting to
And I
test
just
you.
yeah, and I just wanted to
Outside
say
of-
like
Yeah.
like answering the Sadie's question. You know, you said if you set goals for yourself and you don't reach, is that a failing? And no,
yourself.
I don't. Yeah, failure to myself because at the end of the day, it's character and it's you. And no, I do not think that ever. You know, I used to though. Won't lie. Because be like, I really let you set this up for yourself. What's going on? Why am I procrastinating? Why are you wasting time? Why don't you just do it? Why are you scared? Nah. And it's like at the end of the day, it's the ups and downs, and it's my journey to my beautiful destination.
Yeah, true.
You feel me? And all these things of like, oh no, I didn't achieve this. Yes, it's like a problem.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I want to watch the video of Talks, and he was like, bro, he said he heard it from a great man, but I heard it from him, and he said, you are special, your problems are not.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're like you're okay, just relax.
Yeah, that's
You understand? You're fine, bro. It's not you don't have to beat yourself up all the time. You don't have to reach there. You don't have to
Yeah, I
you
think-
know, just
The thing is,
Yeah.
it's also like the same with overthinking. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I didn't reach my goal. Oh my days, what's happening? This, that, and the third.
Yeah.
You're busy overthinking, but what are you gonna do with those thoughts?
Yeah.
Now what? You're
Yeah.
overthinking.
Yeah.
Your reality will not change
Yeah.
because you thought this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You need to do something.
I was gonna say something, but let me not overcook. Let me not burn the pan. You know what I'm saying?
Burn the pan.
Burn the fan.
Burn the
Nah,
pan.
nah, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
No, but that's astronomical.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
What's in front of me? Okay. Okay. I think from my testimony, realizing this year is that I've grown comfortable knowing that sometimes God allows me to be in this specific moment, to realize that I need to be in this moment in order to achieve the next chapter in my life. And when it comes to failure, I failed at a lot of things. It'll take me a whole hour to say what I failed at. But one thing that made me realize is that my failure now in the future is not going to change my purpose. Whether I fail 100 times in my parents' eyes or in everyone's eyes, God's purpose for me is going to have to go through that failure and then reach the destination. And another kid who sees that whole process is going to look at the journey and be like, you know what, I can do it as well.
Exactly.
So that's what I view.
Everyone will always see what you did throughout the day. I can't look into your thoughts and be like, okay, he thought this, he thought that. I can only see, okay, he did this. He decided to upload today. He decided to study. He decided to pass. You see, things like that. You know.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, for me, let me just answer my own question quickly. Like, is that at the end of the day, it's up to you what failure does to you.
Right, exactly.
Failure can be a thing where, like, if I set my goals, I'll be like, okay, sharp, I'm a failure. But is that thing? Nah, but it's motivation. It doesn't beat me up. You know, I can say that, like, I'm a failure because I didn't do what I said I wanted to do today. Because that's what builds you in a sense that as long as it's integrity, bro. Doing what you said you're gonna do today. And the thing is that if you don't do that, yes, to a certain degree, it is gonna beat you up. But do tomorrow.
But do it exactly.
Like, you need to do
Then
tomorrow.
what?
Do
It's
it.
the then what?
Exactly.
Then
You need
what?
to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's that thing where, like, let it be motivation for you to be like, yo, sure, I didn't achieve it, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna get it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I need to keep going.
And the last, I think the last motivation of that, I know we're gonna say last, but knowing the fact that
Last. That was song by Burna Boy.
those of you like people that say I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I just have to be a little bit careful because at the end of the day, tomorrow is not.
It's not promised. It's not promised.
But like
So
you
you
saying
need to-
doing it tomorrow is that, yo, it's
No,
always
don't even say like, don't even sit down and be like, I'll just do it tomorrow. That's where it's wrong.
Yeah.
It's when you like, don't say you don't have time throughout your day because your day was packed. So now you can't do it today.
Yeah,
I'll just
it
say,
goes
okay,
down.
let me
It's
do
that
it
thing,
tomorrow.
you did it today, you didn't achieve it. Let's try again tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Yeah, it's that time. Not to say,
Let's try again.
I'm not gonna do it at all.
Yeah.
We'll try tomorrow. That's another thing. But like, you did what you had to do today to achieve that goal. Unfortunately, that day was not the day. Let's try it again tomorrow.
Try it again. You never know when that day is gonna come.
Word
Let's
of
just
the
try.
day. Word of the day. Word of the day.
Let's try again. Let's try again.
Let's cook it.
Okay.
Word of the day, haters don't really hate you. They
Okay.
hate themselves because you represent what they wish to become.
Hey,
I just wanna say this, but it's like off my phone.
Okay.
It says faith means that you have peace even when you don't have all the answers. And I think it's just important for everyone to know that you don't always have to beat yourself up like you're a failure now because you didn't. It's okay to not always know, but it's important to like know. But you know, it's just like starts with you, like let's say he said character, you know, faith. Like when Manemo believes it's faith, I believe it's faith too, you know. But at the end of the day, bruh, like we said in the other episode, bruh, there's only one you. There will always ever be one you. If you Jacob, you're watching this now, boy, there's only ever been one Jacob, boy. And there'll only ever be one, boy. There's never been anyone like you, boy. So just
you
be
can have the
yourself,
same name
boy.
as someone else. But
Yeah,
they won't
like
have, I
you know
get
what I'm
that, I
saying.
get that.
Yeah, you only unique to yourself, and
I
like
love that day.
always like make that like that should be what you always live by. every single time.
Live by.
I have something
What
to
is
say,
it,
but no, it's going to make the video too long.
Word of the day.
It's
Okay.
Yeah, let's
so yeah, let's just
So,
let's
anyways,
wrap it
that's us. Failure hey man, I enjoyed this episode. If you enjoyed it too, remember to like, subscribe, comment down. The merch is definitely in the bio. Don't forget to show love to our boys here. You can catch them on his Instagram, Pablito. He has a YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Tune on that, talks, you know what I'm saying?
It'll be in the description below.
It'll be in the description.
So, don't get the merch.
Yeah.
Hey, we know it's hard now with hoodies, man. Get your merch, but we got new designs coming, you know. And yeah, just tap into the we have a WhatsApp shop. The number will be down here below. For WhatsApp, I don't know.
Ding.
But yeah.
Yeah, alright, cool.
Tap in.
Peace.